Today I'd like to talk about resistance training. Resistance training is the cornerstone of fitness. It's not the only aspect that's important. Cardio, nutrition, mobility, etc. all very important, but they're conversations for another day. If you're somebody who's relatively new to the gym, new to resistance training in general, or new to working out regularly and are looking to burn some excess body fat and get into better shape in general, then I would tend to recommend you follow a structured workout plan, not necessarily the exact same workout every single time you exercise, but a structured program that's going to cover your whole body, and you're working with a rep range that would be considered high rep range. So my general recommendation is between 12 and 15 repetitions per set. Fundamentally, most programs that I prescribe will follow the same kind of setup, which would be a warm-up to begin with, some mobility, stretching, etc., and then a set number of exercises for 12 to 15 reps, and then a cool down stretching afterwards. And the reason I program almost every workout that way is not because of laziness, it's because the science backs it up. Now, I'm not going to go into the science because, quite frankly, it's very, very boring, but in layman's terms, what it means is by doing a high volume of repetitions at a relatively low weight, you're building endurance in the muscle that you already have. For about 4 to 6 weeks, we'll follow this program, and then after that, you can move into the hypertrophy stage of building muscle and focusing on muscle growth. So in that aspect, what you would do is you would look to lower the rep range and increase the weight. So for example, let's say on squats or on leg press or something like that, you might be lifting 40 kilograms 12 to 15 times. And then after 4 to 6 weeks of doing that and hopefully progressing in terms of how many reps you can do and adding a little bit of weight, then you can look to move down into a rep range that's more like 8 to 10 and increase the weight to more like 60 or 70 or whatever it is. Depending on each individual person, those numbers will be different, but generally speaking, rep range of 12 to 15 reps for 4 to 6 weeks, and then in the second of 3 phases, where we're looking to build muscle, we'll lower the rep range. Now, when I say looking to build muscle, I do not mean that one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be absolutely huge. You've increased your bicep size by 3 inches overnight. That's not how it works. When I talk about building muscle, I'm talking about on a microscopic level, tiny little changes that will add up over time. There is no way you're going to end up being too bulky just by following this program. After 4 to 6 weeks in the hypertrophy stage, you'll then move into the strength building phase. So that would be where you lower the rep range even further and increase the weight even further. Something like 3 to 5 reps is probably appropriate for that. So first we build endurance, then we build extra muscle size, then we build extra muscle strength. And that is the final stage, and you'll move into phase 1 again, except this time you'll have extra muscle with extra strength, which means you can probably start at a slightly higher weight. If you follow this 3-phase program for most of your weightlifting career, your resistance training career, you'll not be far from making excellent progress. Generally speaking, 4 to 6 weeks is around about right. Like I say, it doesn't have to be identical workouts every single time, but you want to keep your workouts fairly consistent. You might change them up every once in a while just to keep it fresh, to keep it from getting too stale for you. You might change it up for a specific reason if you're looking to add muscle growth in a particular area, but generally speaking, you follow the same 3 phases. Build some endurance, build some muscle size, and then build strength, and then rinse and repeat forever. Hopefully that all makes sense, but if not, by all means get in touch. Until next time, take it easy.